How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator in Vintage Survival. You have found me while I am heading to the shop because I've found a weed sprayer. It's one that I found in my initial search for old looking equipment that, once again, Dukeretrofarmer suggested to me. And I can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to try to, but it is that old looking thing. And I've also got an IBC of fertilizer, herbicide there, so let's just put the ramp down. We'll get this thing unstrapped and get her off and hook her up to our new lovely looking sprayer. Right, let's get her down here. Now I think we need to come into this end of it. So if we just reverse up to that, yes, lovely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull it nice and close to this and hopefully it'll just refill for me. I imagine it will. Lovely. That really doesn't hold a lot. I think I'll get 3 fills out of that IBC, so that'll be good. Well, that could be a minor problem. Okay. Let's just pull this forwards just a smudgen. Okay, what do we do about that? We don't want to go up. Well, maybe. Maybe that's just enough to let us get up. Okay, and I'm also going to give it a bit of a run up. What's the worst that could happen? I think this would be the difficult part of this episode, to be honest. Getting the tractor on the trailer, and oh, just enough. Okay, now I think I'm going to have to leave the IBC here unless I can shimmy this thing around a little bit on the trailer, maybe. Let's park that there. We'll get that ramp lifted up. And we'll see if we can get that IBC on the front of the trailer there. Alright, so good news is the little skid steer can pick up the IBC, so that's always good. Stopping. Let's lift her up just a bit. Hopefully that's high enough up. Oh god, it's not super happy about it, but it's doing it. Down. Oh, nope, not down far enough. Come on, down. Come on, let go of it. Those of you that have never played Farming Sim before, the forks on things are very sticky. Alright, we got it. Let's just back this back up into the corner for him. Thank you. Alright, and we'll strap this on as well. It's on there safe enough, right? Let's run around this side. Get a strap over it, and we'll head on back to the farm. Okie smoky, so we are pulling back up at the yard. We're going to spray our big field first, give this new sprayer a bit of a run. See how it goes. I can't see it having any dramas, to be honest. Let's just put the ramp down. Turn this off. Unstrap that, see if it falls off the trailer for us. No, lovely. Get the tractor unstrapped. Get her started. This could be fun. Put it in a backwards gear. Ooh. Ooh, almost fell off, but we're good. Alright. So, weeding. I'm going to unfold this thing first. Sounds like my hips in the morning. Okay, so it's not a terrible size. So what we're going for, if you have a look in the bottom corner, there is a section there that says yield bonus, 75%. We've got 100% fertilised. It's got large weeds in it, so we need herbicide for it. If I read correctly on what I was reading earlier, it should give us a 10% yield bonus, I think. If we got them when they were small, then it'd be a 20%. So we really want to get them when they're small. Honestly, we don't really want to be spraying them at all. So I'm going to be on the hunt for a really small little drag behind weeder so that we can pull the weeds out before they propagate and become large weeds. But yeah, as you can see, it's just killing off all the weeds as we drive over them, so... Whoop. I've crashed it already. Didn't take me long. This is the sort of thing that you really need a headland for. Just chuck her in a higher gear than that. Yeah, so this is not going to take us long at all to do. It is going through the herbicide a little bit quicker than I thought it would, so I was sitting there thinking maybe I can do some small weeding jobs with herbicide, but not with the rate that this is going through herbicide, and I'm driving all over the shop. But yeah, so I'm going to continue on doing this. It's only going to take me a few minutes. Should be a nice easy job to get us started for the day. Even if I am going all kinds of bloody crooked with it, it's fine. Yeah, I will see you real shortly. This is, only going to take me a couple of minutes, so yeah, see you then.
A steady tone, a whisper wrapped in monochrome. No thunder roared, no lightning fell, just silence with a tale to tell. We watched the skies, we searched the air for patterns laced in cosmic prayer. The numbers sang, the static wept, a secret that the silence kept. We heard a voice through stars unknown.
Alrighty, so we're coming up to the end of this one. I'm not going to bother wasting herbicide on that last little strip. It's not going to be worth it for the little bit that we might gain out of it. So that's it. We have a lovely little sprayer. When we get a bit more money, we can get a IBC of fertilizer as well. It's just a lot easier to operate one of these. You know where to go, where to start and stop and all that fun stuff. So but yeah, so that is weeding finally taken care of. So you can see all the weeds are all nice and dead. If we have a look over this now, yeah, it's only gone up 5%, so but every little bit's going to help with us. So let's get her. Well, she's folded up. I'm going to start needing a bigger yard soon. We are getting a really good amount of equipment in. We need to get this into reverse. Get her slowly backed up into the shed. Right, let's plonk this down right here. Down. Take her off. Now, what we're going to have to do is run over our little pitchfork. I've really boxed myself in here, haven't I? I need my cultivator. Right, let's see how good the turning circle is on this thing. Oh, great. Love it. So we need to get our little, in quotation marks, field. I mean, it's not a big field, so Need to get the little field cultivated back up because we need to get a crop in this and turned around AQAP. So I'm going to lower this thing down. And it's going to freeze for a second as it always does. And yeah, we will get this all cultivated up. It's a great little cultivator that I've got here. I quite enjoy it. It does a really damn good job, so I would honestly like to try and find a little drag behind weeder sooner rather than later. Need to remember to shift down gears again. Let's just cultivate the last of that back in. Yeah, a little drag behind weeder just so that we can get that extra yield bonus out of it. Every little bit's going to help with this series, so honestly it's the first time I've done anything like this and I'm really enjoying it. Didn't think I'd enjoy the restrictions that I put on myself. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun to play with all the really big equipment and to, you know, rent stuff when you need it just for one job, but I like the logistics of having to figure out what the priority is for a lot of stuff, and the small equipment's just a lot of fun. So I think a little weeder, because then we'll get more for our money when we are harvesting. I think that's next on the list. I don't think they're going to be too stupidly expensive, so it's not going to be a massive investment for us. And then definitely be looking for a new tractor. The Super H is awesome and I love it, but I think we need something a little bit bigger so that we can start looking to expand properly. Plus, you know, front forks would definitely help. Well, let's keep on going up and down. So yeah, I've got a couple in mind. I'm still deciding, and that won't happen in this episode, unfortunately. We're not going to have the money unless I skip through a few months, which I don't really want to do. Yeah, it's just going to be a case of figuring it out when I can honestly be bothered. It's not going to be that big of a drama. The other thing is, I'm going to be recording 2 episodes of this back to back because I won't be able to do an episode or record an episode next week. So, unfortunately, any suggestions that I get today, I can't do much with because the next episode, by the time you're watching this, is already done and recorded. I don't like doing this all that often, but I have purchased a new car and I have to go down on my next day off to pick it up, which will be great fun, but I lose out all of my recording time, so I'm just trying to get the next week's stuff recorded as well, so it's all fun. I was contemplating just putting a post up and saying that, hey, we may not get videos, but I'm just hammering through it. It's always fun, just trying to get them all done, so I'll get this all recorded up and we'll go from there, and yeah, hopefully we can find a really nice little tractor with a front loader and maybe a little bit more horse torques than this one. Don't think I'll sell the Super H though, it's got really good sentimental value to me now, so we will see you shortly when I finish this off.
Still, the circuits burn as ancient dust in orbit turn. It's spoken light in pulse and wave, and asked us all.
Okay, so yeah, that only took me like another couple of minutes. I probably could have waffled for that time, but at what point does waffling get boring? So that is almost done. I've got one little smudging left to do, so I'll run down there and grab that really quickly on our way through. Then the cultivator will be done for another season for this field. Let's just get that done. Sweet. Let's get her folded on up. I really need to move some of these vehicles. And I'll do it right now, because otherwise I'm just going to keep forgetting. Let's get this put back it around the corner. It's blocking the door just nicely. I'm just going to do the same thing that I've done with everything else and yeet the IBC off the side. Let's just back it up to somewhere semi out of the way. And we'll call that good there for now. The combine can honestly probably stay there. I don't think I've got enough room in there for it at the moment, so let's get this chucked down into backwards and at a very high rate of speed. Let's get her put away. Okay, so that's away. Up next, obviously, we've got to get it seeded, so it's all stuff we've all seen before. Once again, put it in this super fast gear that is reverse. Get hooked up to my lovely little seeder that I've got here. That's the other thing I want, is a little planter. That way it opens up more crops to us. What do we want to be putting in? It's my button to change it. Why? Not doing rice, not doing oilseed, not doing grass, can't do peas, can't do spinach. We've got wheat, barley, oat, canola. Let's do wheat because, well, the chickens are going to get hungry real soon, so let's get this starting to go in. Lovely. Get her motoring along just nicely. So, and the good thing is with wheat, we're once again going to get the straw. If you remember, my very first harvest was of wheat. Oof, yes, you're not happy about that. And that was painfully average at best. Again, mainly because we couldn't do anything with the straw, so we just chopped it. So I'm hoping for a better harvest this time with the straw. Plus, it's a much bigger field. That was also the tiny pissant little field. I think we got $800 for it. I don't think that really paid for the diesel that we used maintaining it, but it's fine. We're getting there slowly. We've got money in the bank. We've got new equipment, because, you know, new equipment's always fun. Let's knock it down a gear, because she's struggling just a little bit. Alright. So that is one nice, lovely lap done. Press the right buttons here. I've got to pick that thing up so that we can spin around just nicely. And yeah, we will hit go on the first time lapse, proper time lapse of the episode. Yeah, we will see you shortly once we've got this all planted up in wheat. I'll see you then. Okay, we are coming to the end of this one as well. It's been nice and cruisy. I do love this tractor and seeder combination, but I do think we are going to outgrow it fairly soon. So just to add to the massive list of everything else that I want, bigger seeder, but I think a planter will come first. bigger tractor, which might honestly be the priority. Just to try and speed some of these jobs. Well, not really speed them up, but we can start looking at bigger equipment when we've got a bigger tractor, I think. And again, having the front loader will be very handy, so... And I'm going to be that guy. I don't want to sell the Super H. It's too iconic for me now. It's my starting tractor. So I won't be selling this off. Oop, chopped it up way too many gears there. Let's just knock her back down one. This will be the last bit because there was a few times where I missed a very small spot, so that is that seed once again planted. So what we're going to do now is go through all of my bumpity bumps. We're going to bring this back over here. Oh god, slow down. Put it in super fast backwards mode. And when we eventually get it back in the shed, start lowering it down now. We will drop it off there. And just because we haven't used this thing enough today, I'm going to hook the sprayer back up to it and get that first lot of fertilizer on it. Whoop, come on. As long as I can get through the door, that is. No. Okay, let's give that another go. Okay, so the fertilizer spreader's over here a bit. That hooked up. Take it out and we'll go and fill her up, seeing as she's close to empty. Where did I leave my bags? They're just over here, aren't they? Let's get this filled up. Alrighty, so we've got it all filled up. What we'll do now is we'll just... It's not going to take us long at all, so I might just blast through and do this. Should only take me a couple of minutes at the most, so... Fertilising is a nice, quick, easy job. Especially when you can see what parts you haven't done. So... This should... I keep repeating myself. Only take me a few minutes, so I'm just going to knock this out really quickly and I will see you again shortly. Okay, yeah, as expected, it's about a minute and a half later, so really didn't take me long at all. It's annoyingly just too wide for this spreader. And that is going to mess with my OCD having this little bit, so yes, it's a waste of fertilizer, but it's worth it in my eyes. Okay, so that is that done, and that is us done with field work in our fields for today. Finally. It's about all that we have achieved, but that field is now done, so all that we need to do is put another load of fertilizer on it when the time comes. Let's get this put back away. We'll lower it down, drop it off, shut that down, and sweet, that is that all sorted. Okay, so I've been having a look and I've got this job here that I want to do. Let's accept that, and as you saw, it needs a standard weeder, not a sprayer. And you'll be thinking, hey Brent, you just bought that cool new sprayer and it works awesome. It worked great in that field. What are you going to do if you can't do that with a sprayer? So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start this thing up. We're going to chuck it on forwards gear. And I'm going to go and load up my tractor onto the trailer, because that seems to be where it lives nowadays, just about. So let's just... God, brakes on this thing are terrible. What's it from, the 80s? Okay, let's jump on this old girl, start her up, chuck her in forwards. Notice everything's reset because I have closed out of the game for a few minutes, and you'll see why in a sec. First off, I'm going to drive this up here, stop there. Right, let's tie her down, jump in here, and I'll show you. If we come under weeders, I have found this thing. Do not even try and tell me that this isn't pre-1999. I think this thing's pre-1901. Let's get that thing bought. $1,200. It's going to mean that A, we've got it so we can use it on our fields in the future, but B, we can go and do that job that I foolishly just signed up for. So let's head over to the shop. Oh, I still need to get food for the chickens. That's why we planted wheat, by the way, is so that we've got food for the chickens mainly. That's the other thing, we're going to need a way to feed the chickens when we take that off. I didn't think that far through. But first things first, let's head to the shop. Alright, so we're pulling up at the shop and there is our lovely engineering marvel. I swear to God, I better not need somebody sitting on the back of that thing for it to work. Let's just reverse off this fence just a little bit. Alright, let's lower this down. We will get... Whoop, no, don't want to strap it down more. Let's chuck this in a backwards gear and hook this thing up. This thing looks awesome. All credit to the modders. I'm sorry I don't have the modder's name on me, but it just looks so good. Alright, let's get this thing loaded up onto the trailer. Strap her down. Starting to lift the car a little bit further. Whoop, we want forwards gear. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, the field was 156, which is what it says up in the top right, which you can get to by going just down this way. So you can either chuck a left up that one or a left up the next one. We're going to go up the next one when we get there, of course, but we don't need to rush these things without doing a loopy-loopy in the patrol again. That would be dumb. So yeah, this machine will help us a lot in the long run with the yield bonuses on our fields. So we should, as long as we catch it early enough, be able to get that full bonus done. So let's just lower that down there. I thought they said there was weeds growing. Okay. So yes, but no. Let's get this thing started up. Chuck it in reverse. Alright, and let's open the instruction manual. Unfold. Oh, lovely, there's even another little run there. Forward gear. Don't need to do anything, I think I just need to lower it. Hopefully it's just that easy. It's making noises. I'm hoping it's doing something. Just go for a drive and we'll see what happens shortly. Oh yeah, it's ticked up 1%. Lovely. Big gripe with it though is you're going to have no idea where you've been. But that's fine. So this will definitely help us out in the long run with taking care of weeds on our fields over there. So we'll be able to get a nice little bonus when we get around to finally harvesting what we've got in. It should take us up to damn near 100% yield bonus, so that'll be really good. But yeah, this is a great little piece of equipment. Again, it's not going to be a fast job, but nothing really is for us, and that's perfectly okay. When we start getting bigger, then we'll have to start looking for bigger equipment, but that's not going to be for a while yet. Definitely going to start seriously looking into a bigger tractor and a bigger field. We need both of them probably sooner than we imagine. Our little field, or our little plot of land, is already full and I really need to expand, but I do think we need bigger equipment before we do that, namely a bigger tractor mainly at this stage. So what we'll do, we'll cruise around with this thing for, it's going to be a decently long job, so cruise around with this for a while, and yeah, we'll come back if anything interesting happens. I'll see you then.
Beneath the pale and silver somber sky, where frozen rivers never die. The wind carries an ancient prayer through pine and frost, through cold and air. Oh, whisper of the north, guide our hearts back home. Through endless night and falling snow, we walk where wild spirits roam.
And the drums of earth, the call of stone, sing the songs our blood has known. In shadowed woods and mountains high, our voices echo, never die.
Oh, whisper of the north, guide our hearts back home. Through endless night and falling snow, we walk where wild spirits roam. Under moon and ancient fire, we weave our dreams on icy wire, bound by roots, by sky, by sea. The north will always carry me. Oh, whisper of the north, guide our hearts back home. Through endless night and falling snow, we walk where wild spirits roam.
Tiny paws on a birchwood limb, tail like fire in the morning dim. A chitter breaks the woven breeze, among the rustle of the leaves. Whispers in the canopy so high, acorns hidden where the secrets lie. Every leap a fleeting trace, painted in this woodland space. Eyes like dusk and full of spark, dancing shadows through the bark. From branch to branch, a silent cheer. Autumn's heart is playing here. Whispers in the canopy so high, crown nor throne, yet grace they bring. With quiet joy and rustling spring, the forest knows their fleeting grace in every twig and woven place. And as the dusk begins to fall, they vanish softly, one and all, like stories wind will gently tell, of tiny kings who leapt and fell in night eye.
Okay, so we're finally starting on what should be the last run for this job. It's taken me the best part of 45 minutes, so definitely not another job I'm going to be rushing out to do again, but I'm definitely glad I did it at least once. I'm definitely going to stick to doing this just for my fields from now on, because it's not exactly the best paying job either. I think I get paid 4 and a bit grand for this one, so not the best, but that is it done. Let's get that picked back up. We'll get it folded up. And we'll chuck it in high gear. We'll send it back over to the trailer. And yeah, we are done-ski. That was one of the jobs of all time. Look, that's how long it's been, is it's gotten rid of my tyre grooves from this end of the track. This end of the field, not a track. Right, let's get this loaded up on the trailer here. Lovely, nice and easy does it. Turn her off. We got 6 hours on the old farm hole now. Right. Quickly come in here. Yeah, as you can see, we got paid $4,200 for that. That was way too big of a job for what we get paid, but it's done now. We've got some money in the bank. But that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you all for watching. As usual, hints, tips and tricks are always greatly appreciated. Until next time, be good or be good at it. And I will see you in the next one. See ya.